What is up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again. Today we have the 2024 Denny Hamlin Mavis Toyota Camry. What an interesting paint scheme. We'll be doing a diecast review on it. He's only ran this car like, I don't know, 10 different variations of it. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, folks, out of the good old diecast box, and welcome to today's diecast review. We got this brand new Denny Hamlin car in the studio. And I think this is the first time we've reviewed a clean Mavis paint scheme. They made the Pocono win from 2023. And what a cool looking car. Honestly, I like the colors to it. Very unique. The yellow and what is this, like a turquoise, a teal. Very unique color palette for this paint scheme. But what's really unique about this sponsorship with Denny Hamlin is that every time they run this car, it looks different. They have like a cornucopia of paint schemes. So every time he wins a race, they like change it. So one week, like half the car is like one shade, and the next week it's completely different, and they just keep changing it and changing it. I've lost count how many different Mavis tire paint schemes. So obviously they're not all going to get made in the 164, unfortunately. But if you're a Denny Hamlin completionist, now you know how Chase Elliott fans feel from 2022 when there was like 10 different variations of the Napa car, where like one week he would have Valvoline, then it would have like night vision or whatever the biff. Yeah, now you know how Elliott fans feel in 2022. Hamlin joined the camp on that. So anyways, let's go to the front of the car here. We got Hamlin right there on the front windscreen. Mavis tire and brakes. I like the side logo right there, how it's kind of slanted. Very, very sharp. Notice how the hood louvers, they don't block out the logo as much as they used to. They got rid of the heavy shadows, and it looks a lot better. It could be better, in my opinion. I wouldn't even put it on the 164 because, for those who don't know, the actual casting of the car has no indentions of the hood louvers for the EL mold. I don't know if the J mold has it or not, but there's no indention. So I kind of wish they would just ignore that, but that's just me. Go to the front of the car here. Got Camry. I love the new Toyota Camry nose. A very reminiscent of the 2011-2012 style Cup cars to be. The way the headlights for the Toyota model would kind of sit on top of the crown of the front end. Very similar. It sounds kind of crazy, but if you really compare it, you can see why. The 2020s edition of the Toyota Camry is very, very cool. As for those who don't know, maybe you just started watching the sport, Toyota made their new mold in 2017, and they ran that in the Gen 6 era to 2021. And then they kept the same front and rear of that car for the next gen adaptation for 2022 and 2023. So since the first time since 2016, basically, we have a new look Camry, and it is very, very sharp. Got the number 11 right there. Sunoco, got Joe Gibbs Racing. Go left side of the diecast here. And you got Mavis tire and brakes. Got sport clips. I love the gradient on this car. And you want to know why? It really reminds me of Kyle Larson in the Chip Ganassi days. The white gradient at the bottom, and then on his car he would have like the red. That's what it reminds me of, but instead of red, it's like this turquoise, which some might say it's more green, some might say it's more blue. I think it's just both. The one thing I would like to see with this paint scheme changed is I wish they would just do the whole side panel with the Mavis logo instead of putting it on the door panel. Like, take up the whole side panel. Do what the Junior Motorsports cars do, and they just take up the whole panel. Cool looking design here with tire tread is kind of, or tire marks is kind of the pattern. That is very, very cool. Got Cup Series, Goodyear, a little bit of a gash right there. That's fine. Got the Denny Hamlin signature. Got FedEx interstate batteries, a little bit of a decal wonky jaw there. That's okay. That's a tough area to wrap on the car, so I'm going to cut him a break on that. Got the B post decal. Over here to the back end of the diecast here, we got Mavis.com, Toyota. Once again, you can see that gradient. The whole car is painted that turquoise color, so that's all decal. And I got to be honest with you, for a gradient decal, that is extremely impressive. I mean, we've seen gradients in the past, and they're very pixelated. That looks photorealistic, like incredible job. Incredible job. Now, I'm not sure what these logos are here. I think these are probably smaller logos that are associated with MavisTire.com or Mavis Tires or whatever the biff they are. I think so. He ran a kind of an alternate paint scheme to the Mavis car, which had a different brand on there. At the Spring Bristol race, he won in it, but I think it was like a secondary brand of this company, something like that. Again, he ran like 10 different variations of this Mavis car or their associates or whatever the biff they are. Yeah, again, you're welcome, Denny Hamlin fans. You know what Chase Elliott fans feel like in 2022 when they had like 10 different Napa cars made. I'm kidding, but of course, if you'd like to pick up this diecast, head over to Circle B Diecast. It should be in stock right now. They have the FedEx edition of this car, the diecast chassis. Yes, this is the diecast chassis variant. Very, very cool. These things are actually a lot heavier than you would think. Like this plate, it actually adds a lot of weight. That rhymed unintentionally, but it actually adds quite a bit of weight to it. So if you're a fan of maybe the 2000s club car style diecast, having a little bit of weight to it, maybe some of the RCCA Elite diecast of yesteryear, they feel a lot like them, which is interesting. Top of the diecast right here, I got the number 11, very, very sharp. Got the black roof rails, that looks good. And you got the whole back window is kind of wrapped with this FedEx. Then you got Mavis tire, once again on the deck lid with a couple of contingencies. So in all honesty, I have no idea how many paint schemes they're going to, or diecast rather, they're going to get made of the Mavis cars. He won maybe 2 races with them. I think he won Richmond, and didn't he win Dover? I could be mistaken on that, but I think he won at least 2, maybe a third one somewhere in there. Anyways, I have no idea if those cars are going to get made in 1/64 scale. There's always the NASCAR Authentics Winner Circle line, which is kind of the back door, if you will, for the race to win line. But in terms of just the clean Mavis cars, I have a feeling most of them are not going to get made, which, if you're a Hamlin fan, that could be a bummer, but who knows? Maybe we'll be surprised and a whole bunch of them get released. If they really wanted to, this is just kind of an idea, if they had a bunch of different paint schemes, right, and they don't want to do a normal release for it, do some promo releases for it. Hamlin fans would probably go crazy for it. You know what I'm saying? A exclusive Denny Hamlin promo diecast. I'm just saying, those exclusive paint schemes, people go nuts for them, and I don't blame them. That is all for now, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. Hope you're having a blessed one. Got a bunch of other cool diecasts we'll be reviewing in the studio. If you haven't seen the diecast review we did on this one right here, check this out, the Eric Jones Family Dollar car. Or hey, maybe you're a Brad Keselowski fan. Coca-Cola 600, buildsubmarines.com, Ford Mustang, amazing looking car there. And if, hey, if maybe you're just a Joe Gibbs Racing fan, check this out, Martin Truex Jr., primary paint scheme for 2024, his final full-time season of the NASCAR Cup Series. So a lot of great diecasts that just came in over there at Circle B, so make sure to tap in with that. That is all for now. Diecastbuffet signing off.